Good morning, dear brothers and sisters. Today we will see the book of Joshua chapters 5 and 6. In Joshua chapter 5, the Israelites have crossed the Jordan River and are now in the Promised Land. The Amorite kings and the Canaanite kings heard about their arrival and were filled with fear because of the Israelites' reputation and their miraculous crossing of the river. At this time, the Lord instructs Joshua to circumcise all the men who were born during their journey through the wilderness. This was to renew the covenant between God and the people of Israel, as circumcision was a sign of their commitment to God. After the circumcision, the Israelites camped at Gilgal, where they celebrated the Passover. This was a significant event as it marked the first time the Israelites celebrated the Passover in the Promised Land. On the day after the Passover, the manna, which had sustained the Israelites in the wilderness for 40 years, ceased to fall. Instead, they began to eat the produce of the land of Canaan, and they never lacked food again. During this time, Joshua had a remarkable encounter with a divine figure who identified himself as the commander of the Lord's army. Joshua fell on his face and worshipped, recognizing the presence of God. In this chapter, we see the faithfulness of God to his promises. The crossing of the Jordan River and the miraculous cessation of manna were clear signs that God was with the Israelites and leading them into the land he had promised to give them. It also emphasizes the importance of obedience to God's commands and the significance of the Passover as a reminder of God's deliverance and faithfulness to his people. In Joshua chapter 6, the Israelites are faced with the mighty city of Jericho, which is surrounded by high walls. God instructs Joshua on how to conquer the city. The Lord tells Joshua to have the priests carry the Ark of the Covenant and lead the people in a procession around the city once a day for 6 days. 7 priests with trumpets are to march in front of the ark, blowing the trumpets as they go. The rest of the army is to follow behind in silence. On the 7th day, they are to march around the city 7 times, and the priests are to blow their trumpets. When the priests give a loud blast on the trumpets, all the people are to shout with a great shout. Then the walls of Jericho will collapse, and the Israelites will be able to enter the city and take possession of it. Joshua follows God's instructions precisely, and on the 7th day, as the people shout and the trumpets sound, the walls of Jericho miraculously crumble, allowing the Israelites to enter and conquer the city. However, they are commanded to destroy everything in the city as an offering to the Lord, except for Rahab and her family, who had helped the Israelites' spies. In this chapter, we see the power of God in bringing down the seemingly impenetrable walls of Jericho. It reminds us of the importance of trusting and obeying God, even in the face of seemingly impossible situations. The story of Jericho also emphasizes the significance of faith and God's faithfulness in fulfilling his promises to his people. Dear brothers and sisters, we will continue with the book of Joshua in the next video. Thank you. God bless you.